It's been a while since we've done a Bagel's top 10 most wanted Nat 5's list in Summoner's Ward. This is the fun one. You guys that get to gloat about what you have that I don't. Enjoy that. Enjoy it in the comment section. Bagel, I have this. You don't have that. You need that, don't you? Yes. Yes, you need it, Bagel. Where was I? Where were we? Oh yeah, it's been a while since we've done a top 10 Bagel's most wanted Nat 5 list. And since then, we've even summoned some of the monsters from the list, so there's not that many of the normal element Nat 5s that we even need left or we want left. I mean, there's still like over 10. There's like a dozen or more, but you know, it's not things that like I really need. So most of them are kind of like dark Nat 5s. But Bagel's top 10, without further dudes, Bagel's top 10 most wanted Nat 5s. First off, honorable mentions. I gotta do some honorable mentions. There's so many. I want to do like 40 honorable mentions. You see how many? I have so many of the regular elements, not quite a lot of the light dark ones. Honorable mentions. I want to pick a million, but we'll pick a couple. Viva Chell. Oh, Viva Chell. I would run her in a tanky bruise team, like a double immunity, very safe tanky bruise team, maybe with a Ganymede and a Wusa. I feel like that's how I would run a Viva Chell, personally. And I would probably feel less intimidated and afraid of ragdolls. I ban like ragdoll. Like if you have a ragdoll, there's a 100% chance I'm banning that. So I feel like I might ban ragdolls less if I had a good. Oh, Viva Chell's so good. Viva Chell's so good. What else is an honorable mention? Sylvia is another one. I really wasn't like, I didn't feel like I needed Sylvia. Like I was never like, oh my god, I want Sylvia. But lately I'm like, you know, Sylvia would be really fun in a comp with like Vertiheel, Lauren, Ciara. I feel like I would run Sylvia in that comp. That could be so dangerous, right? That would be such a dangerous, maybe even Fire Nagami or something like that. That would be a dangerous comp to run Sylvia with. I just feel, and she's got a strip skill too. Like she teams up, and she's got a strip skill too. Strip and attack gauge increase, by the way. Sylvia. I feel like I would definitely run her in that cup. What else? What else are we looking at? Oh, this one. I know everyone's like, Grogan doesn't stun that much with skill. This is the biggest complaint from Grogan owners. He doesn't stun that much on skill 2. I was trying to use him in TOA. I would never bring him into TOA in a million years. He does not stun for crap on skill 2. Skill 3 is where I would use him. I would use him for arena offense only. That is the only place I would use him. I would use him only for arena offense and decimate everything. Would love it. Only for arena offense. I would never bring him into RTA. Probably not bring him into RTA. Probably not bring him into anything else. I would just use him for arena offense. That's the only reason. But first off, he's a dark dragon. 2 thumbs up for a dark dragon. And second off, he's usable enough. And I know I'm like the only one that's like, I like arena offense still. Bagels 2019, you like arena offense? Yes, I'm stupid. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. You're like, Bagel, we know. We all know. Last honorable mention, and I feel like this is another underrated one. Where is he? Light Chimera. Here's why I like the Light Chimera, and I wonder is the Wind Chimera a little bit better than Light Chimera? Based on base stats, and this base speed, and the base HP, and the fact that he does damage with skill 3, is the Wind a little bit better? Aside from element neutral, like I feel like the skills of Wind are just a little bit better. Anyway, they tried to make him so relevant because everyone was using Lucian that they made him like the Wind one really good. Anyway, besides that, the Squall and the AoE stun. So, if you're bringing him into a battle, depending on how the enemy doesn't know how you're going to use him, right? You could use him for the CC. Maybe you're going to use him for the CC. Maybe you're going to use him for the nuke. How are they going to, like, it's going to be hard to decide how they want to respond to that. Plus, he's really cool looking. I really like him. I feel like he fits my playstyle, and I could use him in a few different ways. Like, how am I going to use him, right? Anyway, that's just my personal, like, honorable mentions. Actual list, number 10, Lagmara. Now, I did 5 of the normal elements and 5 light darks. I felt like that was a good way to break it up. Lagmar, for the same reasons that I said I liked Sean, but I just feel like he's got better. He just has better base stats. He's got better base stats. He still has the Squall. He still has the CC here, and he has attack power break, and he does big damage. Why is Lagmaron the best Chimera? I feel like Lagmaron is the best Chimera. They tried to make him because Lucian is such a thing, so they tried to make Lagmaron good when he needed a buff when they buffed him, and it was like, now he's really good. Okay, anyway. Number 9. I have wanted Beth for so long. She is such a good tanky bruiser kind of. She destroys HP. She defense breaks herself and then destroys HP on top of that. She's got an HP leader skill. Like, she's a good tanky bruiser style of unit, and I don't know. I really wanted a Beth for a while. I'm actually, one of the things that I'm lacking on my account is bruiser style, like AoE tanky bruiser defense breakers. So I don't have a Ritesh, I don't have a Helena, I don't have a Beth. The AoE bruiser defense breakers are something that I don't really have too much of. I have some bruisers, but I don't have the AoE bruiser defense breakers. This guy, number 8, I had to put him in my number 8. This is the only demon that I've gotten a chance to play with personally, but I enjoyed playing with him. I understand and I like his playstyle of how he works. Arguably, depending on your playstyle, you may want one demon more than the other, or like one demon more than the other. I like the playstyle of Belial. I know some people are like, oh, I wish I got the Wind Demon. He's so OP, you can run Necro, we get a better score on Necro. I'm like, I don't care about that. I like the playstyle of Belial. If you run turn cycle comps, or if your enemies are running turn cycle comps, Belial is really fun because you just keep self-reviving and then ignore defense, basically. Because, yeah, this is, ignores a portion of the enemy defense, comes back from the dead, one-shots something. Oh, I love it. I love it. I would love to be able to play with some more demons, but this is the one I played with, and I enjoy him enough to put him in the top 10. Remember how I was saying before that I lack some AoE defense breaking bruiser units? Well, this is another one that I would absolutely love to have. Helene, I have encountered so many situations where I'm like, okay, I need fire attack gauge reduction CC, and I would like more defense breaks. And I'm like, Helena, but every time, here's the thing though, every time I want that unit, every time like I need something that does this, it always needs to be like 250 speed. So if I had a Helena, I would actually have to rune her violent 250 speed Helena. Like, I couldn't even run her like a slow tanky bruiser. You can run her as a slow tanky bruiser, but the way that I would have to use her in the comps that I would require her in, I would have to make a 250 speed or 260 or plus. The higher the speed, the harder it's going to get those runes. But speed, crit damage, HP, fast bruiser Helena. There have been several situations, more than several, there have been quite a decent amount of situations where I'm like, Helena would be a perfect pick here, 5th pick, not 1st pick unit, 5th pick unit, but sometimes she is the pick. But you don't have her. Sometimes you're like, she's the pick, but you don't have that pick to go. But yeah, man, I would really like, I would need more runes to be able to rune this girl up, because she has higher rune requirements the way I want to use her. But yeah, I would love one of her. This guy, number 6, there have been so many situations, again, where I'm like, the pick that I should pick is Bulwark. I'm like, I don't have a Bulwark. I can't pick that monster. I don't own it. But there's a lot of situations where I was like, Bulwark is a great unit that I wish I could pick here right now. He can't be reset. He keeps stacking when the enemy tries to do their double immunity nonsense. He ignores defense, and he heals your team. Oh man, Bulwark is such a great unit. The people that have Bulwark know that he's a great unit though. Like, there's really no like argument. They're like, yeah, he's like, sometimes he's not a super great pick, but even when he came out, it was so hard to deal with, and people kind of got adjusted to like dealing with the Bulwark. But when he first came out, it was like, how do we beat this guy? I don't know how to beat him. So time for the LD Nat 5's. Number 5, Isis. Remember how I said at the beginning we were talking about Grog, and I was like, I actually like regular arena. I still do regular arena. Isis is a great regular arena monster. The only monster that does AoE Oblivion in the game. And there's a lot of things on arena defense, like Ragdoll, Triana, Perna, etc., that have passives. Camila, there's many monsters in Arena Defense that have passives. So Isis is kind of like a really easy, cheesy way to just blow through those. So really nice. I know that there's some people that have Isis that are like, I can't use her in every single match in RTA, she's not good. Like, arguably, like, yeah, I understand that I would not pick her in every single match in RTA. Also, she doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but there's so many monsters in RTA with passives, like Artemil, Ragdoll, Vertiheal, Antares. There's just Josephine. There's so many monsters that have passives that would be great to just AoE Oblivion those. It would be like one of those 5th picks. Sometimes you're like, yo, is it Isis time? You like see the enemies comp, you're like, they all have passives. Is it Isis time? They have no immunity. They have a lot of passives. I think it's Isis time. Bring out the Isis. But honestly, I don't think I would use her in every single RTA match. You really can't use her in every single RTA match. But there's a lot of situations where we'd be like, ooh, Isis would be cool here. The downside is she doesn't have a lot of damage though. So you do need some damage somewhere in a lot of the different comps. Whereas like Yenhong and Gianna, they're really great and they also do damage as well. Number 4, Tian Lang. There was a point when Tian Lang first came out and I was like, oh my god, I need him. He was so OP, he was everywhere. He was amazing monster. And then they nerfed him and I was like, I don't need him. I don't really need that monster. Yeah, I'll hit that in arena. I'll hit that. And then they buffed him again. And I'm like, I need him yet again. So Tian Lang is a great unit. He's a little bit trickier to use in a successful arena defense now. I mean, you can still use them in a successful arena defenses, but there's things like people using Triton more. People are like, you know what, I will pick the Triton. Tian Lang's like, Triton? Why are you picking Triton? Gosh darn it. So now that that's a thing, Tian Lang is a little bit less useful, but Tian Lang's still a good unit, especially like 5th pick in RTA. Like if your enemy's picking like a whole bunch of things that like increase attack gauge, like I'm gonna pick a Diana, I'm gonna pick this, I'm gonna pick that, and you're like, pull out the Tian Lang 5th, it's like, ooh. And there's a lot of stuff that increases attack gauge, so there's, and also even without that, he's got the AoE strip stun, and he's also got a defense break, even without his passive even, so he's still a very relevant unit. Very nice unit. Number 3. You didn't see this one coming, did you? You're like, Bagel, you want a monster you already have? Why would you want a monster you already... Because I don't have her on my main. I have her on an alt. I would like her on my main. She'll be so much fun. Or any account. Not free to win. Take her on a second account. I have no problem requesting the same monster that I already have. I really don't. Is that bad? Should I request something new? She's a good unit though. She's a good unit. She fits the playstyle I like to use on my main too. Like I always thought she was good. Now she's just better than she was before. But yeah, I always liked her to be honest. So Nephthys, number 3. I don't know why it's taken me so long to... Actually, I do know. I think I do know why it's taken me so long to appreciate Yenhong. I've always appreciated her. She's always been good. She was broken. She was broken OP before. Now she's had one more turn added to her skill 3. And I feel like now I finally am allowing myself to want to get Yenhong. Before I was like, I don't want Yenhong because she's too gross broken that I feel like I would be dirty. to play with her. Well, phrasing. But anyway, now I feel like I'm like, yeah, Yenhong. I don't have to feel that gross, and she's still really good. She's a real, oh my god, she's such a really good unit. She's a stripper that does DP. I love strippers. I mean, she's a stripper that does DPS, that does heals, that does turn cycling. There's everything. She does everything, and she's amazing, and she does everything, and she wins games. That's what it comes down to. She wins games. She's crazy good. And my number 1 most wanted monster in all of Summoner's War, well, how'd you get on the screen? Is Gianna. Did you really think it was Nikki? You didn't think it was Nikki, right? You knew it was Gianna. You knew it was... Okay, so what is Gianna so amazing? What does Gianna not do, aside from wearing clothes? There's not much that she doesn't do. She's got AoE strip, CC, she's got ignore defense bombs, and she also turn cycles, and she also turn cycles more. She does everything. Gianna's just there's nothing she doesn't do. She fits my playstyle so well, and she boobs. I mean, she fits and she strips and sunset bombs, and then that's what she does. That's what she focus bagel. It's easier to focus like that. It's easier. It's easier. Anyway, that's my list of my top 10 most wanted monsters. What is your list? Leave it in the comments below, and then I will look at it and be like, that's a stupid list. My list is better. Well, actually, everything is based on your playstyle and based on the monsters that you have, or maybe don't have, because maybe you have some of these and I don't, and I have some of the stuff that you want, so I don't want it because I already have it. Aside from Nephthys, because I have it and I also want it for whatever reason. So some of you may be asking, hey Bagel, I was gonna say hey baby, hey baby, hey Bagel baby. I didn't seem to see a Ragdoll or an Artemiel on there. And I mean, like, I know I have Artemiel on the Europe server account, but like, you have a Nephthys on your other account too. Why don't you want her on the main? It's just a playstyle. Like, the Ragdoll doesn't fit my playstyle as well. The Artemiel doesn't fit my playstyle as well. They're amazing units. I would love to get them. I would be so happy to get them. Don't get me wrong. I would be so happy to get them. But these ones fit my playstyle a bit more. These ones, I feel like I'm like, okay, this is what I need. Like, this situation calls for this unit. Oh, I don't have it. So, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is what I want. So anyway, yeah, because they're very OP units that are not on the list, which possibly should be because they're extremely strong. But I just personally, like, I prefer a different kind of playstyle. Not that I would ever be opposed to getting a Ragdoll. Don't get me wrong. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you, as always, in the next one.